September the 25th, 2000, that was the day that absolutely changed my life. But today what I want to share with you is some of the lessons that I've learnt that obviously will help you become great leaders. And the three areas that I'd like to talk about today are overcoming obstacles and hurdles, those sorts of things that happen to you every single day or every month, every year. There's always something that you have to overcome, always a door that you have to walk through, a hurdle that you have to overcome. Also setting goals, which I believe is a very important part of success, and actually preparing to have that success in your life. So 10 years of playing indoor volleyball, I finally made it to one of the top leagues in the world in Italy, and I played in Italy for nearly a year. And I figured, this is great, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to play as much volleyball as I can. I remember jumping in the air for one ball, and I still remember in mid-action thinking, I want to hit this ball down the line, but they know that I like hitting down the line, so I changed my mind right in the middle and I went to hit cross-court. And I landed and I twisted to get the ball. I totally blew out my right knee. But at that point, I thought that this was the biggest disaster of my life. I thought, what am I going to do? Volleyball is the only thing I know. It's all I've got. My boyfriend at the time gave me a brand new white volleyball. And I looked at him, I unwrapped it, I looked at him and said, I'm not going to be able to play with that. How am I going to play with that? I can't even walk yet. And he said, Kerri, on every panel of this volleyball, I want you to write a goal. And I want you to date that goal. And bit by bit, I want you to get back to playing volleyball again. And I thought that was a pretty cool idea. At this stage, I didn't know much about setting goals. I had ideas and dreams and things in my head, but I didn't really know how to reach them. So I started off running in the water, January 1993, jumping in the water, February 93. Now this is still 4 or 5 months after my accident, so that was how bad it really was. Jogging, riding a stationary bike, and then bit by bit the skills of volleyball, setting, serving, passing, spiking, and then finally playing a competition match in September 93, 12 months since I wrecked my knee. Figured 12 months would be okay. So bit by bit, I actually followed this goal ball, and it was the most important part of getting me back on the track. Now, the thing about setting goals is, first of all, you need to know where you are today. Then you need to see where you want to be. And then bit by bit, you set out that plan. And the most important part is that you revise that plan, because it came to a point where I couldn't do some of these things, and I had to revise it and change it. And the biggest thing I couldn't do anymore, and I had that written on here, was a practice match, competition match. I was never able to play indoor volleyball again. But what actually was the biggest disaster in my life became the biggest opportunity in my life, because when I realised I couldn't play indoor because of the hard surface and the constant landing and pounding on my knee joint, I realised that I could play beach volleyball. And in 1993 they announced for the first time ever that beach volleyball would be an Olympic sport in Atlanta. And it was funny because a year earlier when I was riding this ball, I had one panel left. And I wrote Beach Volleyball, Atlanta, 1996. An absolute crazy thought at that time, an absolute pipe dream, something that I didn't ever believe at that time, really didn't believe that I could achieve, but I thought, why not put it on there? Now the other thing about setting goals is you have to have them out in front of you every day. If you want anything in your life, you need to picture it all the time.